Today I wanted to show you the system that we use for towing our Jeep behind our motorhome when we're on the road going greater distances than Disney. Usually when we go to Disney, we have a utility trailer that's enclosed that we throw the golf cart in and tow that over because, we usually rely on Disney transportation while we're there, and, just going around the campground, the golf cart works fine. But here, in this particular case, when we go on longer distance trips, we tow our Jeep. And I just wanted to show you not so much how you install the parts to make that happen, but what we used and why we use it. So that's what I'm about to show you. Okay, the system we use is called the RVi Brake 2. It's a portable system, which means you can move it from vehicle to vehicle within reason. I mean, there are some other elements to it, like the breakaway connection, which is mounted to the vehicle. And even though you can take it off, it's not something you would do regularly. But this unit here is quite simple. It does run off the 12-volt power of your vehicle, so you need to have 12-volt power available and not switched. In other words, when your key is off, you want to make sure your 12-volt power is available and on. We have a 2014 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk, which is a perfect vehicle for flat towing for a few reasons. One, it has the special transmission that allows you to put the transfer case into neutral by pressing this little indented button here. When you do that, you basically leave the vehicle in park, disengage the emergency brake, and plug the RVi brake into this outlet back here, which is always on. So we're able to do that, connect the RVi brake here. That plunger connects to the brake pedal, and then it communicates wirelessly with a control panel in the motorhome. You need to put this antenna up over your visor so that it has a clear line of sight, not line of sight, but at least a better communication path to the monitor that's in the bus. And then, of course, the 12-volt plugs into the back of the RVi. There's another cord that we have up here. You can just see it. I have it tucked away, but normally I take it out and plug it into the front of the RVi. And what that leads to on the front of the vehicle is our breakaway system, which is right here. We have a lanyard that connects to this. If the vehicle for any reason broke away, it would pop this pin, and that would tell the RVi brake to put the brakes on in the Jeep so it doesn't go flying out. This here is our umbilical connection right here. It's a 6-way coming from a 7-way from the bus, and that uses the bus's power to control the turn signals, brake lights, and headlamps, or I should say tail lamps, of the Jeep using the bus's power. We used a Roadmaster system that has diodes. You pop off the taillight assemblies, insert the diodes so that when the bus's power comes to those lights, it bypasses the Jeep's electrical system and doesn't damage it. As far as the tow bracket system we got, we went with the Blue Ox system, and it works great because the Cherokee Trailhawk already has these cutouts here. Normally, you see on a Trailhawk Cherokee a red hook. Those come out, these go on, safety chains connect here, this tab pulls out, and then the pins go in here to connect to your Blue Ox tow bar, in which case we have a Blue Ox Aventa tow bar, and we'll cover that in another video as far as connecting it to the bus and whatnot. But that's our system. So we have the umbilical, we have the breakaway, we have the Blue Ox Baseplates, we have the Roadmaster light system. Oh, one other thing I forgot to show you. Right here, this also is from the folks at RVi Brake. If you have a vehicle that requires that you use its 12-volt power for things like the RVi Brake, like we have, over long hauls, your battery can get worn down. This little gizmo for about 50 bucks from RVi Brake takes the 12-volt power from the bus and continuously charges the battery in the Jeep while you're underway. And it knows when it needs a charge, it kicks on when it needs it, it turns off when it doesn't need it. And that is connected to one of the pins on the umbilical cord down here. So yeah, this towed battery charger is a great idea. Also, they make another product, which I don't have here and don't need on this particular vehicle, which gives you a direct 12-volt cigarette lighter connection from your battery. It's basically two leads that connect to the battery, feed into the car, and you've got basically a 12-volt socket that's always on because it's always connected to your battery. So if you have some situation where you need that, you could do that.